Hey everybody, what is going on? Canada's back for another commentary. This is going to be about gun safety, and with uh, it's going to be about how people think that guns are still toys, even though they are still real, and you can kill people. You can kill people with even with 22 rifles and even pellet pistols, pellet rifles in general, also. So this one, let's get this started. First off, the couple rules for gun safety in general is that keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to fire. Keep the safety on until you're ready to fire. Don't point anything you don't intend to shoot, and always treat a gun as loaded. Now those are some basic rules I think we can all follow. I mean, I live down in the South in North Carolina, so a lot of people down here have a lot of different types of guns that don't have safeties, and they didn't really grow up with a lot of rules, because that just wasn't standard practice back then. But you can see it even today. A kid's hunting, and he thinks it's unloaded. Points the gun at his friend, and he pulls the trigger, and his friend's dead. He just quick scoped his friend. So, oh yeah, like you don't want to quick scope your own friend in real life. It's sad and very bad, very bad. but but always, like I said, you always gotta keep these practices in very quick check. It's always like, okay, you get certified for a skill. Let's say lifeguard, like what I am. Well, if you don't practice that like all the time while at work, or read over your stuff again, you're gonna lose it, and you're gonna lose the motions to doing it. That's what you gotta practice. You gotta practice with guns all the time. You go shooting all the time. You practice your safety rules, your standards, and you just gotta practice and get better at shooting. But let's talk about the first rule first, which is you keep your finger off the trigger. You can look right now in the video, and you can see my hand is curled around the gun. Even with the shotgun, my finger is curled around the trigger, not on the guard where it's supposed to be, or pointed up, or not even by the trigger. Because if you get startled by anything and you fire the gun, I mean, so that's why they always keep the safeties on and finger off the trigger. Then of course it moves on to the next one. Safety's always on. On some guns like Glocks, there are no safeties. Your finger is actually the safety, or the clip is. You take the clip out and unload the gun. Now, thing is though, on other guns there's about 2 or 3 different types of safeties. And in this case, a Colt model 1911 had 2 safeties: the button itself, and then you had the guard in the back where you had to grip the hand grip itself, and then click the safety off by the thumb, and then start firing. And the next one is don't point anything you don't intend to shoot. Let's say I have 2 targets. One is a blue triangle, and one is a red square. Now, for training, they'll say shoot only red squares. This teaches discipline, not to shoot at anything you see moving. And you read books or you see movies, and you see, I shot everything that moved. What if that was a civilian? What if that was a little kid? What if that was a dog? I mean, well, yeah, well, like, okay, I mean, there are attack dogs in real life, not just in games. But what if we saw? What if there's a little kid and you didn't know what it was, and and your commander said, shoot anything that moves, and you shoot a kid? It's gonna suck big time, isn't it? So, if you like, that's one of the rules for NATO, is that unless you're fired upon, you can't fire back, and you can't shoot civilians unless they have a weapon. Those are rules that NATO uses for militaries, for almost all militaries in the NATO standard countries. The U.S., Israel, Britain, a lot of the big names. Alright, let's see. The next one is don't treat all guns as unloaded and as real guns. So let's say you have a toy gun, airsoft gun. It looks like an M4, and it's a toy, but you still proceed to point at people and make this noises, bang bang, or you pretend you're gonna shoot them. That's bad. That's bad practices. Father Allen says no. Yeah, even though you know it's a fake gun and has the orange tip on it, that can still hurt. Getting shot in the face with the point blank range airsoft really freaking hurts. That's happened to me before. I've been shot everywhere with airsoft guns. Um, you can't just assume all, and then you can't assume that all guns are unloaded. Um, because because like I said, the story with the kid, he pointed at his friend thinking it was unloaded, but somewhere in the gun or in the clip there was still a round left, and when he cocked the gun and went to fire and went to fake shoot his friend, he actually shot his friend. And this isn't new. This happens a lot if you think about it. People, I don't know what the statistics are for this, but people actually do get killed from accidental discharges on guns, and that's what most of the deaths are. Most of the murders aren't you see on TV. Most of them are most of the I guess homicides, kind of murders, but I mean not really like a murder for like a money or something, but they will consider it as a manslaughter. Was accidental discharge of a firearm, and if we can get people to keep these practices in check and everything, then that could bring that statistic way down to where it's almost none to nil. I mean, we can't. I mean, 46 people on my subscriber list isn't going to change it, but if you know these and you use these every day when you shoot, or if you know them just from ROTC, rifle team, or you do match shooting, or you shoot with your grandfather or father, these, you can teach them to other people, and then it can go on and on and on to other people know more about them. Just for aware. Just be aware of that the fact that we all need to keep this mostly stuff in check. Another thing is that even though you have a fake gun and there is no clip inside of it and there is no rounds anywhere in the gun, and you know for a fact it's unloaded, and this is what my dad and I do. You check it yourself, and then you give it to someone else to check it. Kind of like what is it? A paper. You check and recheck your paper, but then you have someone else read it. You have basically proofreading the paper. So you have let's say a Glock 23, which is what we have. It's a 40 caliber. It's a nice little gun. Baby's got some kick to it, but it's pretty sexy. You have there's, like I said, there's no safety in it, but once you pull the clip out, you can tell there's no rounds in the chamber. But you can always, like I said, you can't just assume there's nothing in the chamber. You have to check. You always have to check. So when we're shooting and we get done, I unload the Glock, I look at it, I check it, make sure it's empty, I pass it to my dad, he checks it, makes sure it's empty, and then we put it in the bag. And then we check our other gun, which is our Remington R1, which is a 45 caliber pistol. And I can probably I'll talk about that too, because most people ask what that is. But that one is one of the same examples with the Glock, or the Colt, that had the two types of safeties. So this one, if you can click this front safety off, you still can't fire the gun because you're not gripping the hand grip. So you kind of have to you have to grip the gun in order to even fire this weapon. But this 45 holds 7 rounds. 45 thing is freaking amazing to shoot, by the way. You have you have to check it, and when you unload it, you pull the slide back, look in it, it's empty, you're good to go. Now like I said, I gave it to my dad, he checks it, he puts it in the bag, then we go. But that's kind of basically what I want to talk about. Was basically just gun safety, because I have a little brother, and he saw me playing a game one day, and he got his little fake M4 and started running around and shooting at people, and I gave him like a half-an-hour lesson on gun safety. But that kind of wraps it up, guys. But what you're watching right now, talk about what the gameplay is. Survival mode. I was on Dom. This was at like 2 in the morning. I just wanted to record something. I haven't recorded something as of late, and I needed something to throw up, and use this to talk about. I could have done this in a vlog, but isn't time for one of those yet. But I think gameplay is well needed on my channel right now. As you can see, I kind of used a MP7 and I think the MP9, MP9 I think, I don't know, but they're both submachine guns. I'd like both of them. I upgraded the MP9 with, I think it's MP9. That's gonna bug me now. With the red dot sight. I don't really have a lot of strategies for these. Most of the time, the first couple rounds, I basically kind of follow a zombie strategy, which I've done for a while. Is I use my knife and pistol the first couple rounds, and then I start getting I upgrade onto different weapons. But on resistance now, I've gotten around 17 by myself on resistance. And with that, I use pistols, knife, then pistol shotguns. Then by the time it comes to helicopters, I'll start using assault rifles. So by that time, they're using either AK-47s or they're using ACRs. But most of the time, like I said, most of the time I'll that's how I'll follow on resistance. This one, it was kind of all over the place. I think I did pretty good. I think I got to round 11. I think it may have been more. I get down a couple times, like just now. I had some pretty close calls, and I'm really surprised I got out of them. But this part here really bugged me, is that dog right there. But this one I always got in this one spot, like up here. Right here I break out the MP7, and then I'll just get in this little spot right here in this hallway, and I would sit here and I just rush back and forth. If you guys can really understand me that well, I'm kind of under the weather right now, but I still want to bring you guys content and everything. What else is going on? Oh yeah, I got some new subscribers and everything, but I love you all subscribers. Peace, love, homo intended. But that's basically it. Wrap up for this commentary, guys. I hope you guys like it. If you guys favorite the video, I would much appreciate you guys. Like I said, I love you all. Also, yeah, I just got promoted too. But so like I said, I hope you guys like it, favorite it, and subscribe, guys. Peace, guys. Get it. What did you guys think I was done? No. Never, guys. I'm never done. That's what she said. But check out some of my friends, guys. I'm going to give another shout out or two. Check out, let's see, who am I going to shout out this time? I got a lot. Jake Rax. He's one Yao He's pretty cool. I've known him for a while. I'll link his channel in the description. And another one, subscribe, favorite, and my chair just fell. But this commentary was a little behind of the video. As I was going through it, I noticed it, and so don't hate me on that. It messes up when it uploads a lot. So like I said, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Peace, guys. Get it.